Hello everyone, Rabbi Rosen here. Thank you for spending some time with me prior to Shabbat, a difficult Shabbat in many ways. This past week saw the release of 4 deceased hostages. As it turns out, one was not at all the Israeli hostage we imagined her to be, but someone else. But the Bibas children and Oded Lifshitz were indeed released, their bodies coming home to Israel. The contrast of the scenes was striking. With the release of those individuals by Hamas, we saw cheering and jeering and taunting to the very end when the Red Cross picked up the coffins and transferred them to Israel. A cult of death scene in which the experience of taking live individuals who are now dead, probably at the hands of Hamas, and celebrating that death, contrasted with the thousands who lined the route within Israel as the convoy made its way with those coffins on the way to forensic hospitals in order to have those remains analyzed. It's a contrast between death and life. Judaism is, in the words of Yitzhak Greenberg, a celebration of life over and over again. We seek to enhance it time and time again in times that are difficult as well as times that are wonderful and celebratory. We gain our footing in this world by always orienting ourselves towards life. We allow ourselves the moments of lama, of why. But as was mentioned multiple times at our program, the vigil that took place in our community this past Thursday evening, Rabbi Joseph Soloveitchik also said the word lama points to the word lema, for what purpose? We take from those experiences the strength of having resolve against those who would bid us death, those who would seek to destroy us, and celebrate within our own experience the impulse to elevate life, to elevate the dignity even of the dead. The week's portion of Mishpatim is a celebration of the vulnerable. We are not to oppress the stranger, the widow, the individuals who are poor, and those who suffer from all manner of life's cruel circumstances. They have to be elevated in life as well. To counter Hamas is not only a military kind of conflict, it is not only the attempt to isolate the death and the experience that they would enhance in the world, but rather for us to recommit ourselves time and time again to the celebration of what the Jewish people has always stood for, Litakein olam b'malchut Shaddai, to repair this world under God's sovereignty, to make it a good world, a life-affirming world, a world that will no longer have a place for a cult of death. With that in mind, I wish all of Am Yisrael a Shabbat Shalom.